The 40 Rules of Love by Elif Shafak. East, west, south, or north makes little difference. No matter what your destination, just be sure to make every journey a journey within. If you travel within, you'll travel the whole wide world and beyond. 40 Rules of Love, a story of love, friendship, and spiritual transformation, tells two intertwined stories, one set in modern-day America and the other in 13th century Konya, a place in present-day Turkey. In a modern storyline, we meet Ella, a 40-year-old housewife living in America. Unhappy with her life, Ella's existence seems to be crumbling. A cheating husband, 3 children, and a deep sense of dissatisfaction. But everything changes when she takes a job as a book reviewer. Her first task was to read a novel titled Sweet Blasphemy, a story about the famous 13th century poet Rumi and his spiritual guide, Shams of Tabriz, written by Aziz Zahara, a new author living in Turkey. At first, Ella isn't too excited about reading a story set in such a different time and place, but as she dives into the book, she becomes deeply interested, not only in the story but also in the author. They start emailing each other, and what begins as a simple exchange soon turns into a flirtatious and deeper connection. As she gets more involved in the novel, Ella starts questioning her own life decisions. She realizes that, although she's been a good wife and mother, she hasn't really lived for herself. She starts to see that the love between her and her husband has faded, and she begins to rethink what she truly wants in life. Parallel to Ella's journey, we are taken back in time to the 13th century, where we meet 2 Sufi mystics, Shams of Tabriz and the renowned poet Rumi. Shams, a wandering dervish, is on a quest to find his destined spiritual companion, and he believes Rumi is the one. At that time, Rumi is a respected preacher, but Shams challenges him to move beyond his comfortable life and seek deeper spiritual truths. Their friendship changes both of them forever, though it also creates tension with Rumi's family and community, who don't understand or appreciate Shams' influence on him. Despite these challenges, Shams helps Rumi unlock a new level of spirituality, transforming him into one of the world's greatest poets, known as the Voice of Love. As Ella reads about the deep friendship between Rumi and Shams, she draws parallels to her own life. Just as Rumi was pushed to leave behind his familiar world, Ella feels inspired to break free from the emotional and spiritual constraints of her marriage. Both stories, Ella's and Rumi's, highlight how stepping outside of societal expectations can lead to personal growth, even though it often comes with uncertainty, pain, and risk. Shams teaches Rumi the 40 Rules of Love, a set of Sufi principles that focus on love, spiritual growth, and breaking free from the ego. These teachings help Rumi transcend his former life and become the poet he was meant to be. Similarly, Aziz, through his novel and their conversations, helps Ella find the courage to seek her own truth and live a more fulfilling life. At the core, both Ella and Rumi, through their respective connections with Aziz and Shams, learn that true love and personal freedom require them to step away from the safety of their old lives. Instead of seeking comfort, they embrace the uncertainty that comes with following their hearts. A key takeaway from the novel is that true love, whether for another person, for God, or for oneself, often requires us to break free from the confines of ego, fear, and routine. It highlights the necessity of embracing uncertainty, pain, and risk in order to achieve spiritual and emotional growth. As Rumi transforms into a renowned poet under the guidance of Shams, and as Ella finds her own path through her relationship with Aziz and his teachings, the novel reinforces the idea that love, in all its forms, is the ultimate path to enlightenment and freedom.